Of course, this is no ordinary bus. This is a bus that can fly. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today I want to look at some more menu creations. Not ones that I have done though, but I will attempt to make my own version towards the end of the video. So in today's video, I want to look at a couple of vehicles that add sort of like rocket things to the back of them, which make them like drag cars or like rocket cars in a way. And there's a couple of drag trucks and a rocket bus to look at. So that's pretty exciting. So let's just pull in over here, and as I walk over to the strip here so we can play around, there's going to be some comments and stuff on the screen. If you would like your comments and questions featured, you can leave them in the comments section below. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. That's where I just tweet random stuff. If you're interested in anything I have to say outside of videos, or perhaps you just want to know where the videos are or when I upload a new one, you can follow me on Twitter and you can find out all of that sort of information. Right. Okay, so let's just jump straight in. So in the menus mod, the glorious menus mod, which has the glorious object spawner, which I just so love. Actually, we don't need to go into there because we need to spawn them straight in, first of all, before I start playing with all the object spawner. Let's just go to the vehicle options, vehicle spawner, saved vehicles, and let's spawn in drag truck 1, which is actually called the drug truck. I don't know why that is. I don't know, that might just be a typo. And here it is. Get a look at this. So this has it has 21 attachments, so that's a pretty detailed thing. And as you can see, we've got flames coming out of the old exhausts from this truck, which is pretty cool. And as you drive along, you also get the added smoke, which is nice. And then on the back, we have this giant thing, which I don't know what it is exactly. That could be some sort of warhead from the missions. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a look at what objects are used to make this thing in just a moment. But just get a load of that. We've also got a big, massive wheelie bar on there. We've got a huge spoiler, which is actually made from... What is that? What? I don't know what that's from, actually. It looks like some sort of scoop from a digger, but I could be wrong. Just get a load of that. That's pretty amazing. Now, most of the sound of this is actually from the flame sticking out, as it's pretty loud, but you can sort of hear, if you can kind of hear it, you can hear a dump valve, you can hear a sort of V8 sound. They've changed the sound of this truck so it sounds more like a big, meaty muscle car and less like a truck. What was that just flew off there? Something just flew off there. I just saw that red thing. What is that? I don't know what that is. That might not have actually fallen off. That might have just been me hitting something that I didn't see was there. So there is truck number 1, looking absolutely glorious as a awesome not a drug truck. It's definitely a drag truck. I think that was definitely a mistype, a typo. So let's move on to the next truck that we got here, which I think is just going to be the same but with a different version truck. So let's go to save vehicles. Let's go to drag truck 2. Spawn in, and yeah, that's pretty much the same, but it's the flat nose truck, which I think actually looks cooler because that's slightly smaller. The other one's quite a long truck, whereas this one is quite a lot shorter. Let's just see what their difference is in there. I'll line it up on the back. Oh my god, that person's on fire. Oh my god, there's a person trapped. Oh my god. Okay, we're starting to lag with all this stuff. Right. Well, that was pretty gross, but I've just cooked this woman who got stuck on the wheelie bar. Okay, that's pretty gross. That's pretty gruesome. There we go. They are sort of lined up at the back. And you can see here that this one is slightly shorter on the front than that one, which is why I think this one actually looks cooler. Because it looks like a stubby drag truck. Is there anything on the inside that's been changed? I don't think there is anything that's new here. No, that all looks pretty much the same as it was before. Just get a load of that. That's actually pretty cool because that's sticking outside of the back of the truck. That's a pretty good way to cook some people. Let's try and find someone to cook over here. I mean, that woman just managed to stroll by. I'm pretty sure there must be someone around here that we can cook. Okay, I've come over to the main road. And I could actually try and cook that petrol station. Let's try and get this car that's just going out of it. Is he going to try and drive it? Oh, he's going to try and drive away. He's way too fast for this. Here we go. Can I set him on fire? Here we go. Oh my god, this is like Robot Wars. Oh, this is great. Okay, so this amazing thing can also make you set fire to anyone who is in a pretty short distance of you. So let's just try and blow these. There we go. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. But of course, I do have invincibility on, which is why everything's all nice and dandy for us here. Because I think I think this might be fireproof, but I'm not entirely sure. But you might find if you didn't have invincibility on, this thing might just sort of blow up and explode and everything else. Right, that's it for the truck. So let's just get out of this truck and look at the bus, which is what I'm actually most excited about, because the picture that I saw made it look really freaking awesome. So let's go to vehicle options, vehicle spawner, save vehicles, and rocket bus. And here it is. Oh my good god. Okay, that looks amazing. So this uses the exact same things that was used on the trucks, but it is on all sides of this bus. And that just looks stunning. Okay, we've got all these fire people that have come out here. Okay, that was awful. I just killed pretty much everyone. Oh my god, the blood! The blood everywhere. Can we set them on fire? I'd like the irony of a fireman on fire. I quite like that. There we go. Is he on fire? Oh, come on! Walk into it! Oh, he's not going to get caught. He's scared. He's running. He's running. And what I love about this is it's actually matched the colour of the bus with these, which is a really nice touch. I really like how that all works. So now that we got all these spawned, what I want to do is I want to create my own one. And actually what I want to do is I want to turn this bus here into a flying version, because I think this would really suit having the ability to fly. So let me just try and move over to the flight, the little flying thing that we had over there. What's the flying thing called? The landing strip, the mini airport, whatever it is. The little strip that we have over here that we can fly from. Let's move back over there, and I'm going to try and turn this thing into a plane. Okay, we're back at the airstrip. That was the simple word that I couldn't remember. Airstrip. I pretty much had the words there, just not together. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do here is I might actually just despawn everything, because at the moment I have a feeling that we're going to have an object spawner that's full of stuff because we spawned all these things in. Yeah, okay. Let's just go and remove all of those and start all over again. That should have got rid of it. There we go. That's all gone. So let's just go back to our vehicle options, get a vehicle spawner, save vehicles, rocket bus, spawn in. There we go. Now I'm going to get out of this thing, and I'm going to go to the object spawner. I can turn it on spawner mode because it's just a lot easier to do it that way so I can see what I'm doing. Spawn entity into world, vehicle, and we're going to go down and we're going to find ourselves a plane that's going to be suitable for this thing. What I would like is to have not the Harrier, because that's the one that can just fly vertical. I would like to have the version that you have to actually like run along the runway in order to let go. But that's the Hydra, isn't it? That's the one that I'm thinking of. Then there's the Laser. I think that's the one that you actually have to fly along the strip before it would take off. I could be wrong. So what I'm going to do with that thing now is I'm going to go to the entity database. I'm going to find the Laser down here, and I'm going to make it invisible. There we go. I'm also going to make it fireproof and invincible so we don't have any accidents. And now, hopefully all of this stuff is attached to the bus. And I'm going to go to bus, attachment options, attach to Laser. There we go. That's perfect. Right, so now if I go out, and I'm worried about the collisions of this bus, actually, so I'm going to turn that off just in case. I'm not entirely sure, so we'll just, we'll turn that off. And we go back out, go turn spooner mode off. You can actually see that this thing is hovering just slightly. If we get into this thing, which is going to be right up there. Oh, that's really high. There's a lot. Oh, God. Okay. Well, apparently something's colliding. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, hang on. Let's just turn spooner mode off and get rid of everything, and let's just try that again. Okay, so here is my plan this time. I'm going to spawn this thing in again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure all the collisions in this thing are turned off, because I have a feeling that although I turned the collisions off of the bus, there was a bunch of other collisions that were sort of messing up, but we've only got 10 attachments, so that should be pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to get out of this, I'm going to spawn everything in again, and we're going to sort that out again. Okay, so in our manage entity thing here, we're just going to go ahead, and of course all of these things had their collisions on, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn all of them off, and hopefully this time we'll have a flying bus. So as I'm going through these collisions, I'm actually noticing that some of these things don't have their collisions set on, which is interesting to know why that would be and why that wouldn't be. But just to safeguard this thing, I'm turning the collisions off for absolutely everything. So now, hopefully, if we go ahead, we go to the Laser, I'm going to go and make it invincible, fireproof, and invisible. We should now no longer be able to see it. It was there. There we go. There's the thing to point out that it is there. Go to the bus, attachment options, attach to the Laser. There we go. Now, let's just go and turn spooner mode off and try and get in this thing again. And hopefully, we won't have any problems this time. Okay, here we go, and it's getting in. There we go. And he's almost looking like he's sitting in the bus. So I could technically, although this is going to make the movement kind of weird, what I could do is I could go back to where the bus is. I'm going to go to attachment options, and I'm just going to sort of just change it around. So, in fact, if we can make that look on the ground. In fact, yeah, if we want it to make it look on the ground, he's going to look like he's hovering inside of the bus. But we could actually make it so I guess it's going to fly anyway, so it doesn't matter that it looks like it's hovering exactly. And I can move that back there. Like that, so we can see him there. And I'm going to move it to the right. There we go. It now looks like he's sitting in the thing. So now if I actually go into first person mode, it looks like we're actually sitting in the bus. There we go. But, of course, this is no ordinary bus. This is a bus that can fly. Oh, yeah. There we go. There is a nice improvement on what we already had. Oh, baby. Oh, that is brilliant. That's absolutely amazing. So now what I want to do is I just want to find out what these things are that are attached to the back. And I'm going to try and make another one of these using a different vehicle. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to jump out of this. That's going to be fun. Can we try and watch that thing crash and burn, or is it going to be invincible? Actually, it might be invincible. Oh my god, it's flying. Okay, it's flying all the way over there. It's going to despawn, isn't it? We're not going to see it happen. Oh no, here we go. There we go. It's landing, it's landing, it's landing. The train's in the way. I don't think it did anything. I don't think it exploded. Right, let's try and make our own one. So before we despawn that thing, which has already disappeared, if we go to the Managed Entity Database, we need to look for, I think it is the rail buffer. I think that's what it's called, because we have military pickup, which I don't think it is. We'll try both of those. So rail buffer and military pickup. One of those two is going to be it. So we'll see. So let's just go ahead and remove all of those. Pop it into spawner mode. Go into spawn entity, object search, and let's go to military. Military. No. That's no. Oh, there it is. It is actually that. It's the military pickup one. Okay. So now I can spawn one of those in. There we go. I don't know how many I need, so I'm going to spawn in a couple of those just so I have enough. There we go. There's 4. There we go. And I'm also going to spawn in another one of those planes. Let's just go and stick another laser down here. I'm going to spawn it over here so it's in a nice spot ready to take off. There we go. And now we just need to find something to attach these to. Now, I would be interested to see if we could make perhaps a yellow fire truck to match the yellow on these, but I don't know if we can. Maybe I'll try and find something in the services, something that's a bit more interesting. I mean, we can go for a dozer, we can go for a cable car if we wanted. That would look a bit weird, I think. We could have the rental shuttle bus. These are other cool things that we can have. A tractor. I think the tractor's not really going to work because it's not going to fit. Aha! Here's an interesting one. Let's try this. Let's just get this rusty Trashmaster right here. And I'm just going to attach one of these inside the trailer in the back. Was there actually one that had the door open, or can we do that ourselves? Okay, neither of those had the door open, so maybe, just maybe, if we go to the Trashmaster and we go to menus, customs, and doors, if we remove all doors, that does actually open that bit up there, okay. So if we go to open, we just go to fix all doors first of all. I'm going to go to open doors, and I assume trunk. Aha! There we go. So we can have that open as a little optional extra. And I'll also make sure to turn that thing off dynamic, so it's sticking, because it would actually start closing itself or whatever. And let's just go ahead and get one of these military pickup things. And I'm going to go to attachment options, attach to Trashmaster right here. So now all I need to do is I'm going to turn the scroll sensitivity up so I can spin that thing around. Which is going to be on that one. So I'm going to set the yaw to 90. There we go. I'm going to turn the scroll sensitivity down. And all I'm going to do is just try and move it to the back. No, that's going to be to the front. There we go, to the back. There it is. So now all we have to do is I'm just going to just knock that up just a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's actually, that's really big, actually. That's sort of, I wish the back of this thing would have been a bit of a wider gap, a bigger opening for that to look perfectly like it fits in. But it's okay. We can have that. That's not going to work. We're going to have that sort of sticking out there. So there we go. We can have one of those. Or in fact, we can actually have 2 of them. I think they might fit in better if we had 2. Actually, that might be a problem because it is going through the wheel there. And as we get to that, it's actually in the middle. Okay, we're not going to worry about 2. We're just going to stick 1 as a basic thing so we know what it looks like. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spawn in just something small that we can use as an emitter for our fire. So let's just go object. I mean, all these are going to be pretty big. Let's just find, like what I did before, let's just go for a ball of some kind. There we go. Just a little football like that. Let's go to manage the entity database. Go to the ball. Go to get rid of the collision, first of all. And I'm also going to make it invisible, rather. I'm also going to make it fireproof and invincible. I don't know if you really need to do that. And I'm going to go to trigger FX, loop on entity, and I'm going to go to flame. And there we go. We now have a flame sticking out of this ball that we can no longer see. So now what I'm going to do is quickly is just make sure the Trash Master is invincible and fireproof, because that would be an issue. And I'm going to turn off all the collisions of that now, so we don't have to worry about any of those. So let's just get rid of that. Collisions on that. Make that. I don't know if we have to, but just to safeguard, for the sake of this video, I'm going to turn all those off. Turn all those on, rather. So let's go to manage entity database, go to the ball, and I'm going to attach it to the military pickup, just so we can have it central to the position of that one. So now all we have to do is, I'm just going to move it to the back. Where's our spawner going to be? There's our spawner right there. And now I'm going to turn the sensitivity up, and I'm going to use, I think it's yaw. Is it going to be the yaw? It's not going to be the yaw. That's definitely not it. Is it going to be the roll? There it is. It's the roll. And obviously I need to change that yaw back, so otherwise it's going to be pointing at a funny angle right there. Okay, there's our yaw back to 0. And there it is. We could actually, I guess, spawn in more. Let's just stick that out like that. So there's one there. If I just copy that to database and I get to the next one. When you copy them, by the way, you then have to make them all spawn in the FX again. So trigger FX and go to flame. And that should, I don't know if that's going to make it thicker. I guess we can't really tell. I guess if we actually move them and sort of position them in different positions inside that thing, we might notice. Let's just go to X. Are we going to notice that? I don't think we're going to notice the difference there. I think that might just be the same. Yeah, okay. I can't really see where that is. That was supposed to have been. Oh, there we go. Oh, whoa, no, there it is. There it is. There is actually another one. It just sort of, there it was. It's because the scroll sensitivity was really, really high. There we go. So I can actually move that up. There we go. We got loads more flames coming out of that thing now. That looks amazing. So of course you could just make those bigger or smaller just by just sticking more in. There we go. I might actually just knock that down so it's not blending in. There we go. Let's just go to that one. And down. There we go. That's just a nice bigger jet. So now we could just go ahead and I'm going to go back to the object spooner. I'm going to go to the manage entity database. I can never say that right. Laser. And I'm going to make this one invincible and fireproof as well, because that's definitely going to have loads of flames next to it. And we're going to make that invisible. And now all I have to do is do what I did with the bus. Go to the Trash Master, attach to laser. There we go. And just so we can get rid of all these other ones, because we don't need to put them there, we can just go select each one of those and go to delete. So we can get rid of that one. Delete. And that one, making sure that we're not getting rid of that one, as you can see from the arrow. We are getting rid of that one. There we go. Delete. Okay, let's jump out of spooner mode. Run over here. And we might have to do a bit of positioning once we've got ourselves sat in the plane like we did with the bus. But we should soon have a flying Trash Master, which would be pretty damn nice. Actually, that's very close, actually. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's just go ahead then. Go to the object spooner. Go to spawn entity and not spawn entity. Go to the manage entity database. Trash Master. Attachment options. And I'm going to make it position him there, roughly. About there. And I'm going to move it back so his legs aren't really... There we go. And I'll put the thing down again so it looks like he's sort of sitting in there. That's looking pretty awesome. So now, first person mode should have us look like we're sitting inside one of these things. There we go. But of course, this thing can fly. Here we go. Oh, yeah. It's a flying Trash Master. Oh, that is fantastic. So there we go, guys. They are some flying cars, some drag cars, some things using these very cool items and some flame spawners. And that is how you make them fly. There we go. That was terrible. That was awful. Hang on. Can I just sort of... Oh, there we go. I could cheat my way back. There we go. Oh, I've got to love mods. So there we go, guys. That is it. I would love to know, which do you think is the best? Do you think my little Trash Master is the best? By the way, I don't agree. I think the best is definitely the bus once I put it inside of the laser and made it flying. My favourite of this thing is definitely the flying bus, but let me know what you think. Which was your favourite vehicle from this video? Let me know in the comment section below. But that is going to be it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting and subscribing. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye. Wait, before you go, if you've actually still stuck around to after the bit at the end of this video, and if you have, let me know in the comment section below if you got this far. I'm just going to go to the Manage Entity Database on the Trash Master, because I forgot about changing the paint color. So let's go to Paint, Primary, and let's go to Utility, and try and find the yellow that matches this thing. If we get, in fact, there's no yellow in that one. Let's try again in Worn. Let's see, Taxi Yellow. There we go. Now it all matches. There we go. Taxi Yellow matches with this whole thing pretty good. There we go. There it is. All matching with the yellow. That's looking pretty awesome. So there we go, guys. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.